Well, here we are, just outside Minas Anor. This is the most well-defended settlement on the map in the Fourth Age Total War, defended here by the black outer walls, the Othram, and consisting of many, many high tiers. We have a pretty reasonable army, I think, to take this. It's very archer heavy, but if we can get up on the walls, I think that'll turn to our advantage. Inside, we're facing a fairly small garrison. Thanks to the previous episode's battle, we were able to eliminate some of the tougher units. In this fight, we're going to have to hope that our siege towers make it to the walls and that our guys get up just fine. So let's start and see how that will work. I'm bringing all of these guys up towards the front, just imagining that some of them are going to be destroyed en route thanks to these very, very strong towers. And we're just going to wait. On the walls, it looks like we have a couple of units already here. Just 9 men in this longbowman unit. They're going to be trying to burn one of our towers. We'll see if that works. And then they do have some bowmen of Gondor. These guys do not have fire arrows. And it is raining a little bit. And we are shooting back at them with the siege towers. That's the nice thing. Already taking quite a few. Yes, yes. Yes, indeed. Oh, very nice. There's another unit of archers over here, and yet another over here. Look at all these bodies flying. Okay. Now, the towers themselves are going to be the biggest problem. As you can see, they are firing some strong ballista shots. So let's just keep these guys moving. They're essentially a mobile ballista for us, is how I'm using them. So it looks like we've got one making it to the tower. We're going to bring these other guys, just get them closer in case one of them is going to be destroyed. Alright, these guys are just about out of ammunition on their siege tower, it looks like, but we are doing some nice damage to those bowmen. Alright, let's keep them moving. Just as a distraction more than anything else, I imagine we're going to lose lots of guys, but what we've got pushing the towers is mostly these Horde nomadic watchmen. It looks like they're getting up just fine, so that's fantastic. We'll go ahead and drop them and run these guys over here. You can drop that ram as well, and you can run over here. We want everybody to get up inside the tower as fast as they can. And then we'll have some of them take the walls so that we can send up the rest of our troops. Spearmen at this point are just more of a distraction than anything else. If they get to the walls, great. They'll tie up those bowmen and potentially distract the towers. Now, the tough thing about this is we have to fight all the way to the top. There's only one route. Well, okay, not all the way to the top. We have to fight up 3 levels. So we'll have to come all the way around here, up this city street, and we'll have to pass under the stone, all the way around the settlement, where there is another ramp leading up to the 3rd level. And once we cross over here, let's see, there is where we need to get. There's just a unit of militia up there. So we need to preserve our Horde Variag warriors, and we got to get them running, essentially. What you want to do usually is have a lot of cavalry. Alright, so these guys need to start capturing towers. And these towers are going to do a lot of damage for us. And if we can get that gate, then we'll be in a great position. We don't have a lot of cavalry, though. We only have our king, Ulgan of High Cand, the High Chieftain. So we've captured this tower. That should be sufficient. Let's send him over here. And now what we should be seeing is these walls shooting down into the enemy here. Let's send the axemen over. And we just need to try to break through to get that gate. Oh, no. Oh, wow, okay, that killed about half of them. So this this siege tower was destroyed as they were getting through. All right. Got some King's Swordsmen down there. I'd rather not have to fight them with infantry down here in the shadow of these towers. So we'd like to break through if possible. Maybe what I can do is get some archers. Yeah, let's get these guys over here. They should be able to climb that tower pretty fast. And there's no other tough units here, but the bowmen, let's see. We've got 48 in one unit, 15 in another. I'm hoping just by weight of numbers we can force them back, and then once we capture the gatehouse, we'll be able to move all of our other guys forward. So let's all of these archers get up onto the wall. Alright, and this, okay, King Spearman. It would be great to get the tower and start taking some of these gates. I'm not liking my odds, though, of being able to get another siege tower over here. I could have set it up differently. I could have split them, for example, and have one come over from this side. But I really wasn't sure how close we were going to be able to get. These guys over here. Looks like we're pushing in. We just have to keep that up. 40 men. 39. And they are shooting at us, and we're getting hit from the towers. But we are making headway, I think. We already have some archers here, and they've got, they're a little far away. But we send them over here, and they should be able to shoot down into these groups. It's going very well. Then we're going to need some fast units, some nice and fresh units to run all along this wall. And they're going to have to go ahead of our other units because we need to capture basically all these towers, or they're going to be shooting down at us as we head along the inner street. Alright, looks like that did it. We killed all of their units. This is ours now. Alright, here we go. King Spearmen, what are they doing? Well, we're shooting at them. I want to capture this one before I get too close. Don't want to get under fire there. That was a little dangerous. Alright, we got it. So they're setting up right in front of the gate. That's actually very smart of them. But that's what we brought the Horde Variag Warriors for. So let's go one at a time. Maybe I can send some of these guys down. Alright, they're actually leaving. Send the general in. A bit risky because we're going to take some fire from the gate ourselves. Yeah, we don't want to get caught by those spearmen either. Alright, let's pull him over here. King Swordsmen are in too. Alright, pull back. This line I'm being very cautious with because it represents my non-horde units. These guys are losing heavily. We have to keep this up. All the way over here. There we go. He's gone, and the rest of the army, I would think, should be following shortly. The King Swordsmen, I can see them running towards the gate, but that's why we have to beat him, because we're going to be getting some shots in as they retreat up towards the city center. And here we go. Let's see if we can push them into a rout with our general running over there. And then everyone else needs to run along the street. And we have to watch the timer, because it's just going to take a while to get up the hill. Steady. Shaken. Wavering. I would think we're going to get him here. There they go. Alright, let's kind of hold back because we don't want to take stray ballista fire. We do have time to catch them. So now, up at the top, there should be something like one single solitary unit of bodyguard. Okay, well, I guess we've got to take them out here. And a militia unit. Yeah, there's that fire from the towers. Alright, let's speed it up a bit. Okay, just a militia unit. But the problem is they're going to be fresh, and our guys are going to be very tired. Or utterly tired by the time they get there. Now, I could probably afford to not run them, but better to be safe. We're going to be tired anyway. I don't want to time out. Now, of course, you could play with the timer off. This is the type of scenario in which it would make a lot of sense to play with the timer off, because you would have all the time in the world to slowly fight up through the city streets. You wouldn't have to run like I'm doing here. The problem with not playing with a timer is, of course, that it occasionally the AI can bug out. Now we're shooting at them. I don't know if we're able to hit them at all, though, so let's just keep going. So the AI can sometimes, let's say, refuse to attack when you're the defender, or something can happen. There are very few cases, and I have had it happen to me, where you require the timer for a battle to be resolved. Just because of some way that the AI is responding or not, they get kind of bugged. And it's rare, but it does happen, and so because of that, I always play with a timer. It does mean that it makes these sieges a little more fraught, but that's the price you pay, I guess. All right, looks like the general's on the last required tier here. We're going to want the archers to kind of draw the enemy out, and then the general to send them into a rout. And we may need to do a bit of fighting, of course, with our Variag warriors also. I think we've got plenty of time for this, though, so we should be fine. Very nice touch to see the birds flying kind of below you here. All right. Yeah, we're close enough to actually shoot. And some of our guys are firing. We're not really getting any hits yet. There we go. All right, so there's the general running into my archers. I'm not worried about that at all. He did get a really nice charge, it turns out. He wiped out a bunch of guys from different units. Send in the general here, just kill this guy. Okay. Now we're shooting again. Getting any hits. These guys, of course, as Reunited Kingdom, they do have, even their militia has pretty good armor. But I'm kind of disappointed we're not doing anything to them. Let's get the archers kind of separated out. Maybe they're just too tightly packed. Alright, there they go. Get the Variag warriors coming in. They're shaken. Yeah, they keep wanting to run back to the center. We need to grab them and just sort of keep them outside of the city. There they go. Wavering. Send in the general. Oh, come on. Stay put. They're shaken. Wavering. There we go. All right. We didn't even lose that many, so this was not as nearly as bad as I was thinking. This means my king has now taken minus honor, which is quite the feather in the cap. All right. So now that we have settled, we no longer have the option to sack. That is okay, because I think we would make more money by laying the place desolate anyway, or at least about the same amount of money. And this way, of course, we can capture all the buildings. And we can also do something else, which I think is going to be crucial for us in the coming days. So let's go ahead and exterminate the population and make almost 6,000 by doing that. And then we will also destroy their infrastructure. So Royal Barracks, this is what allows them to train guards of the Citadel, I think. This is probably the highest. That gets us 7,000 alone. Let's destroy the Great Lawkeepers. This is a cultural building for them. We don't need laws. The Hallows, I don't think we can destroy that, unfortunately, or the White Tree. A lot of these buildings are kind of permanent. But we'll destroy the Homeland Dominion. We'll destroy the Harland. That's worth a lot. Chamber of Records, sure, another 5 grand. Court of the Fountain, we'll mess that place up. Marathon, okay, that we can train a rogue, which is an assassin. I'm thinking if, well, maybe holding on to that. Houses of Healing, yep. Trash those. Merchant's Quarter, Scout. Yeah, having a Scout would be nice. I don't think we could train one in Emin Arnon, so here, having a Scout, having an Assassin, let's definitely train a Scout. What else can we destroy? Okay, Marathon. You know what? I'm going to get rid of it because I don't think we need an Assassin. We'll also destroy the Open Policy Building. The Deep Mines we cannot destroy. City Development, yeah, we don't get specialization buildings anyway as Khan, so we'll get rid of that. And again, we do need to keep that Merchant's Quarter, but later I will destroy that. Now, if you will notice, we lost a lot of units there. All those Horde units are now gone. And, well, it's really hard to tell exactly how much money we're making now. But we still have the Horde units that are over here, that are outside of the city. And we still have all of the units here, which I'm kind of surprised to see. So that's very good indeed. One more settlement, though, and we'll lose all of the rest of our Horde units. So that will be quite the shock. Now, what I think we have to do is get out of here. I know it seems ridiculous. We just took minus honor. That's incredibly prestigious. In fact, it's prestigious enough that our king has now earned the title Conqueror of the White City. This man has done what even the Dark Lord himself could not do. He has taken the great city of Minas Honor by force of arms, +3 command versus Dunedain, and just a fantastic title, Ulgan the Great Conqueror. This guy, let's just take a moment and reflect. He started off as the local lord of Muldin, which is right down here in High Khand. He was in charge of that place. Son of the king. From the very beginning of this episode, of this Let's Play series, and he's traveled all this way, all around Middle-earth, to conquer the White City. But we can't hold this. I don't think we can hold this. What units we do have remaining are not that great. We've got a lot of, so let's look at non-horde units. We've got a lot of nomadic watchmen. We've got some chewed-up horse archers of Khand. We've got over here. Let's see. Is there any non-horde unit? We've got a few horse archers and a unit of Variag riders. This is not the stuff that we're going to be able to build an empire with in the middle of extremely hostile territory. No, it is not. We do have a unit of Variag riders. We do have warriors, rather. We do have some more riders over here, but this is not going to sustain us. Once we take another settlement, and we'll have to in order to claw out of the debt that we're steadily incurring. Once we take another settlement, we will not have the forces to hold what we have conquered. So what we're going to do instead, we're going to train us a scout. We're going to build a fort with the idea of keeping the enemy out of our territory for as long as possible. Just enough time for us to... Oh, let's see. Where exactly... I can't build that there for some reason. Maybe just down here. Yeah. We want to build a fort here so that we can train a scout and we can do a deal. So let's get these guys out of the settlement. Actually, no. Let's keep them here. We want to keep them around. Just for the moment, we could get some more troops in for garrison duty. because we definitely need it. So let's see, how many are in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we could get 15 more units in that settlement. Who can we leave for like a trash unit? Well, I guess a unit of nomadic watchmen, because they're not going to be around anyway. So let's send you down here. And let's just keep adding units there until it looks better. There we go. Alright, so now we should be all set. The United Kingdom can't get past us at the fort. They will have to go around us in other places. I could build another camp here, but I don't think it's necessary. Well, let's see. Let's grab a... Do I have an agent? No, I'm training one here. Let's see. Where are our agents? Okay, he's in Harondor. I would love to see what's up here, because maybe I do need another fort. All right, let's do that. Yeah, fort right here. And we'll just leave this horde unit there. Okay, now we're not going to lose minus honor for like another turn. But I think what we have to do is accept the fact that we're not going to be able to hold out against the combined forces of the Reunited Kingdom and Harad. Harad is still, again, at war with the Reunited Kingdom, but now that we're here, we are on the menu, and this is how I know. This is not going to work. We need to do something to prevent Harad from gaining the upper hand, and I think what we have to do is make sure that this is going to remain a sticking point, this area, for whoever comes next. So let's now see what we can do about this army. I don't want to... Let's see. All right, we've got reinforcements here in case they attack us. Let's end the turn. All right, they want to trade with us. Oh, really? Okay, in my experience, when the AI asks for trade rights or offers trade rights, it's the prelude to war. You want to be very careful with who you accept trade rights from, because it often happens that very soon afterwards, if they want to declare war on you, they will. Whereas, on the other hand, sometimes if you deny them trade rights, they will wait. They will not attack you immediately. So let's just deny this and see if they're going to do anything. All right, so we were not attacked. I think we might have been attacked had we gone with trade rights. Now, I still don't know where that army is. It moved off into the fog of war. Maybe back here? Nope, they're somewhere. They could be in the woods. We just don't know. So we've got a scout again. We've got, or actually for the first time, and we've got another emissary. So this is all fantastic stuff. Let's go ahead and train another one. We may as well get a few spies. Let's say 2 should be sufficient. We're going to lose this settlement, and that's a big, big army. But they haven't built any rams yet, so we've got to turn. All right. I think we're going to have to give up on this. We'll get some money back. Again, we're going to abandon this. So let's send the emissary around. No other sieges on our forts, so we are in good shape. Do still have our emissary down here. Okay. I should have checked the money situation. All right, they want trade, and they are demanding money. No, thanks. Okay, that's Rohan, Reunited Kingdom. Okay, so see, forts really do delay the enemy quite a while. They're extremely helpful. Sometimes the AI will wait to even besiege a fort for some reason. I'm not sure why. But it does help to slow them down considerably. Okay, so let's take a look at money now. We got 2 spies, and we did lose a noble, Wardor the Hunter. Very sad. He was our heir for a little while. But he died of old age. We've got a new heir. This is Lore, and he's been around with us since the beginning as well. We do have some governors, and Ulgan the Great Conqueror is governor of Pelennor. Hey, don't get too attached to those titles, guys. Just going to say. All right, we're losing a lot of money. So again, if we really wanted to hold this, we'd have to dump a ton of investment in, and then I'm not sure we could hold it even if that worked out. So let's get the spies out. Okay, I can't remember, but I think this was the big army that we saw. So notice how they're very hesitant. If we were going to trade with them, if we accepted those trade rights, I think that they would be attacking. Look at these armies. They could easily deal with what we have to offer. So here's what we're going to do instead. Oh, shoot. Okay, so we got to get rid of this fort, actually.
Orders. Move out. Yes. Move.
Can't build anything here.
Move. Move out. Move out.
Or here. Shoot. Well, we will, that fort's going to go away. And that's important because we need to get rid of Minas Honor. We need to give it to someone else. Let's see if they'll take it right now, as a matter of fact. Since we're done making scouts, let's go ahead and destroy the Merchant's Quarter for another 5,000, getting us back up to 82,000, which again sounds like a lot of money, but it's really not. All right, we are going to see if Horondor will take Minas Honor. So what we want to do is make an offer of give province. The only one we can give is the one that's not our capital. And then what we want to do is attach money to it. This is because the AI tends to be very reticent about accepting settlements. Even if you just give the settlement as a gift, they may not take it. They may not take this. Let's see what they do. They took it. Great. Great. Okay. All right. Less great that our army is trapped. But hey. We'll take it. So now what we have to do is get our armies out of here, because we're going on the road. Minas Honor, by the way, now in the hands of Horondor, is going to be a bit of a problem. They, you see, are allied with the Reunited Kingdom and Rohan. They're also, of course, at war with Harad and probably on their last legs. I do not want Harad to wipe out Horondor. I'd rather use them as sort of a pawn to maintain a weird balance of power up here. So hopefully this is going to work. Let's see what we can do. Emin Arnen, Horde. All right, we got a few more stacks, and we're not going to be making any more money, which is fine. Let's see. I don't think we get a lot of units, but I think it might be enough to get us where we need to be. So, wow, completely empty. Right, okay, so we can just sack this again. Let's see, Thandos. Is this a new guy? No, he was the Lord. I can't get these guys over again. Let's see. How are you guys doing in terms of supply? Well, it doesn't matter. Let's take Thandos, sack Emin Arnen, get us 1,900. Now the rebels own that. It'll be harder for whoever to conquer that. So now we're going back on the road, folks. We are, after conquering much more than anticipated in the region of the Lower Anduin, we're headed back south. We are going to come to the aid of Horondor potentially and start causing trouble for Harad in the hopes of ultimately settling, hopefully with a bit better results, in the Umbar region. Thank you very much for joining me, folks, and I hope you'll check me out in the next episode. Until then, take care, everybody.